In a realm broken by war and outrage, there is only one group of heroes that can save them all. Paladins. Heroes fighting off the threats of the realm, maintaining peace and balance to this golden age of the realm.
It's been some time since this game has been released, and this game is still growing to this day. So you noobs, pay attention. Paladins is a fantasy class-based first-person shooter like Overwatch or Team Fortress 2. But in this game, like Overwatch, you can choose a class with characters with unique weapons and abilities. As of me recording this, Paladins has over 50 heroes that you can choose from. There are 4 types of classes, being damage, flanks, tanks, and support heroes. Damage heroes are characters that do high damage and would be the main killers of the team. Flank heroes, well, as the name suggests, flank heroes are meant to cut off supports that can be used against you and your team. Then there's tank heroes, heroes that are bigger characters made for protecting the team. And finally, there are support heroes, heroes that can heal the team and help benefit the team in other ways, like
emotional damage.
Sadly, there's no heroes to fix that yet. Each one of these heroes have an ultimate ability that can be charged over time by just playing and can go up faster depending on your damage or kills. All heroes have a different ultimate ability that can change in the game, like Fernando's ultimate ability. This ultimate ability allows him and his team to stay alive just a little bit longer. There are also other game modes that you can pick from. There is Siege, where you and your team try to capture the point. After you capture this point, you and your team will have to try to push the cart towards the enemy side. Then there's Team Deathmatch, when you and your team try to be the first to get 40 kills. And then there's also Onslaught, where you and your team see who can hold a point for the longest time. And then there's also a new mode called Siege Beyond. That's, well, I'll let the team of Paladins explain.
Siege Beyond is a new mode where the community can try out and give feedback on new experimental mechanics in Paladins before they affect existing game modes. We're planning on trying several changes or schisms over the course of the year. These changes will not affect Siege Core, Ranked, or any other game modes, only the new Siege Beyond. Once the next schism starts, we'll either incorporate the previous one into the rest of the game or remove it, whichever the community decides.
With all that being said, here's a member from the Paladins community that can give you noobs some tips, so listen up.
Hello, and thank you for having me. So one thing you need to know in Paladins is that because of the huge hitbox that we have, having good aim alone isn't enough. Unless obviously you are an Andro main, but then we have a problem with you. But which at the same time makes it easier for people who aren't really good at aiming to perform at the game.
Mouse, when you first started playing Paladins, what were some of the problems that you faced when you first started playing?
The hardest part for me was to decide whether to main Skye or Ying. They were equally as hot. It was rough, man. I ended up going for Skye because I like the playstyle, but then my problem was that Skye was and still is a horrible champion to play. She's very weak. By starting to main her, I was underperforming until I realized later that I need to switch to other characters. And it's gonna be even harder right now for you guys because I started playing 4 years ago. We had like 20 characters back then, now we have over 50, so you'll have a lot of fun choosing your main.
Another question I had, what are some tips and tricks that you would give to a new player coming onto the Paladin scene?
Well, the first tip is to not play Paladins. You either gonna hate your life or you're gonna get addicted. Or well, both, as it happens for most people. The second tip is that start with one character. Just pick the guy or girl you see that are the shiniest, you like the most, and give them a try. Play like 5-10 games maybe. Don't just go one match because you will not be able to see all the potential of a character in one game. Just give it time. And the second tip I would give is, I think there's a lot of amazing learning resources, tutorials and stuff like that online. Just go out there on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers who have that just provide a lot of amazing tips and learn from them. They will explain to you a lot about the meta, about which items to buy for each character and stuff like that. Paladins has so much depth that unless you want to suffer, which you probably do want if you decide to play this game, you might want to learn from others rather than, experimenting on your own, if that makes sense. Another tip I would give you is, you know how you have 4 classes in Paladins? Try to main one class at first. Once you master one character, like you play 10 games, say as Cassie, then try a different character from a different class and see how do you like that role. For example, if after Cassie as a damager you try Ceres as a support, see how you like that role. See how you like healing people and being screamed at for not healing, just your teammates being salty at you. If that's not your cup of tea, maybe you want to try a frontline next and see if you enjoy that relaxed gameplay of just coming to the point, dying there and respawning, just that kind of respawn timer type of gameplay. And after that, try to expand into that one role. It's actually pretty good to main one role and then being able to flex into the other roles. I mean, if you want to go ranked, that's what you should do. Otherwise, it's a game. Do whatever you find the most fun.
Since you mentioned ranked just now, as a new player, when do you think they'll be ready for ranked?
Never. Yeah, end of video, never. No, we don't talk about rank here. For me, I played the game for like a month and then I got into ranked and I suffered because I was playing the wrong characters on the wrong maps. It was fun. It was fun to have my ass destroyed, but maybe you're not into that, If that's the case, then you probably want to wait like 4 months, 5, of casual gameplay to try at least half of the characters. Another thing you want to do before going to rank is you either gotta buy the champion pack, which I highly suggest you doing, or at least unlock like half of the characters. Because in ranked, what happens is that, first of all, there's like a ban stage where 6 characters get banned, and they're usually all from the same role. For example, every match you will have like 4 out of the existing like 10 front lines banned, and after that your team has to have 2 front lines and the enemy team has to have 2 more. So there's like really not a lot of characters to choose from after all the picking and banning stage. So you really want to have a lot of characters unlocked so you can flex. So yeah, I think that's the main requirement. After that you can just, there's really no shame of being silver at first or even bronze. Hell, some people even consider that as an achievement, being bronze, getting the bronze frame.
And last question, how do you feel about the event pass and would you recommend it to a new player?
All of them are trash except for the last one. The last one has the best skin in the game, so I'm not biased. Why would you think I'm biased? Get the last event pass, the Monster Card one. But honestly, it used to be important. That would be the only way to get crystals. Right now, if you don't want to spend money on the game and if you don't like the skins in the pass, you probably want to go for, the challenges. Just do the challenges, get the crystals, so you can buy some chests, some skin. That being said, if you do enjoy one of the skins in the event pass, and if that skin is for a character you do play, then you probably want to grind that thing because the skins in the event pass are very good value. So if you like them, get the pass. Otherwise, just don't bother. Come on.
So anybody who's new to Paladins, what YouTuber would you recommend to them?
Okay, Knockerz 2.0. That's the channel I recommend watching. After you watched all the videos on this channel. So if you're into guides, you probably wanna go for like someone like Creepers or Andrew Chicken. But if you wanna just learn by watching gameplay, you probably wanna go to Cami VS or Frostfangs, any of the pro players, basically. People say that my review make them spend money on the game, and I don't want you to do that, okay? So please don't watch my skin reviews, or your wallet will hate you, 100%.
Hello everybody, and thank you so much for making it this far in the video. It means the world to me that you have watched it this far. And thank you so much for DaddyMouse for joining me on this video. It means the world to me. And if you like the 4Noob kind of style of video, please make sure that you check out Macro. He is the person that came up with this idea, and this video would not have happened without him. So please, thank you so much if you would do that.